नमस्कार. आयच्या ब्रेकवरात तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार. कोर्टाक कितें जालां ताची सकाळसान आमी ब्रेकिंग न्यूज चलयत आसात, अपडेट करत आसात ट्विटराचेर, फेसबुकाचेर. बुधवार मेरेन देर इज इंटरीम रिलीफ फॉर दिगंबर कामत आनी सत्यकाम मोहंती आनी चर्चिल आलेमांव हांच्या बेल एप्लिकेशनाचेर सोमारा ऑर्डर जातली. दिगंबर कामतीच्या एंटिसिपेटरी बेल एप्लिकेशनाचेर बुधवारा ऑर्डर जातली. आर्ग्युमेंट जाल्या ते आमी सकाळसान पळयल्यात. ब्रेकिंगाचेर ब्रेकिंग न्यूजूय तुमी वाचल्या. परत दोन आदवोगादां म्हजे बरोबर स्टुडियो भितर आसात. पयलीं आसात जे फाटले 2 दीस आमचे बरोबर आसात ते अमित बाब पालेकर, स्वागत. आनी एक दुसरे आसात तांकां फाटले 2 दीस सोदताले ते क्लियोपाद बाब गतीन, स्वागत. क्लियो, स्टार्ट विथ यू. कितें दिसता आतां मेरेन जर केसीची प्रोसिडींग्स पळयली जाल्यार हाव स्ट्रॉंग आर दी चान्सीस ऑफ दिगंबर कामत गेटिंग एंटिसिपेटरी बेल? वॉट आर दी ग्राउंड्स दॅट मे गो इन फेवर ऑफ हिम? वॉट आर दी ग्राउंड्स दॅट मे गो अगेन्स्ट हिम?
See, I don't think there are any indications from which way the bail proceedings shall go, because the judge also has been not giving any body language or indications. That is what everybody says. But to my mind, the case hinges around on 164 statements. To what extent the court allows him to be arrested based upon confessional statements of other accused. To my mind, this is something unheard of, that only evidence against the accused are confessional statements of other accused, and there is nothing corroboratory as far as the crime is concerned. So, but to what extent
आज जो डिफेन्सान आर्ग्युमेंट घाला, दे हॅव चॅलेंज्ड दोज स्टेटमेंट्स अंडर 164. ताणें म्हळां की पुलीस लॉकअपांतल्यान भायर सरले की मागीर वचून मॅजिस्ट्रेटा मुखार स्टेटमेंट्स रिकॉर्ड केली. सो दे वेर अंडर ड्युरेस आनी दॅट शुड नॉट बी द ग्राउंड फॉर कस्टोडियल इंट्रोगेशन.
If you go to see Mohanty's first reaction as he was entering the jeep after arrest, he says this is politically motivated. You look at the first bail application of Vachasundar. He says that he has been arrested only because he is not giving statements against them. Now, in that light, how much weightage is to be given to these 164 statements is something which the court shall have to see. But one more thing is there. Even if these 164 statements are taken to be correct at this stage, whether he is required for custodial interrogation is another issue. It's a serious issue. That let us say everything is correct. Now, why do you want him in custody? They may say we want him in custody to recover the money.
They are saying they are not making an issue about the missing file also. That the file is missing and we need to recover the missing file.
Missing file has become a joke. Because if you see along with the rejoinder, certain documents have been produced from that file. Then the PIO has said that the file is given to crime branch. Now they may record one more statement under 164 saying that the other side forced them to give such a statement. Now we can't go on at this stage by this type of statements.
Okay. कित दिसता, इट इज एडवांटेज दिगंबर और स्टील इट कॅन गो इदर वे? आज आर्ग्युमेंट्स कंप्लीट झाले. आय एम नॉट आस्किंग यू टू थिंक वॉट द जज इज थिंकिंग, बट कन्सिडरिंग युअर एक्सपिरियन्स, what does it look? Is it advantage Digambar Kamath right now?
I would say at this stage, considering since from yesterday till today the development is, one is judicial custody to Churchill, and another aspect of it is that another 4 days has been taken after the first bail application is to be decided for grant of anticipatory bail, whether to be granted or not. I think certainly advantage to Digambar Kamath when it comes to.
Is it surprising, ma'am? Sakaisan, I am not casting any aspersions or doubts on judiciary or anything, but the general आम आदमीचो जो एक फील आसता किंवा प्रश्न आसता पळय, म्हाका सकाळसान खूब जाणांचे फोन आयले की दिगंबर कामतीचे बेलाचे आर्ग्युमेंट जाले आनी ताजो ऑर्डर बुधवाराक दवरली. ताजे उपरांत मोहंतीचे बेलाचे आर्ग्युमेंट जाले, चर्चिलाचे बेलाचे आर्ग्युमेंट जाले आनी तांची ऑर्डर सोमाराक दवरली. Why so, and what is the reason behind the delay?
Nobody can say कितें हाका पळय voluminous arguments आसा. As far as anticipatory bail application is concerned, what I understand is that so many judgments have been relied upon, have been cited upon. The arguments went on for a longer period. Besides that, it is easier to decide on the bail application.
Correct.
Than anticipatory bail application.
No, and finally they are in custody.
They are in custody.
So
and they
their
have to
application
be.
will have to be decided first.
They are already in judicial custody.
That there is urgency with the other
Correct.
two bail
Absolutely.
applications
Yes.
because they are in custody.
Correct.
See, somebody's independent right to life, which is guaranteed, is also part of. It has to be read with bail, grant of bail or not. we are not in trial. This is not a punishment. This is something that is required for the purpose of investigation. So it always takes precedence over anticipatory bail application for sure.
Correct. But what you are saying, that lot of people have been phoning you and
Yeah,
trying to
that-
find
that-
out.
that's a question in us
No, no,
common
correct,
man's
correct.
mind.
No, no, but it's a very serious issue.
Why
No,
not
no, correct.
Digambar's order on Monday?
No, no, correct.
Why not on Tuesday? Why on Wednesday? That is the whole thing.
See, it's a very serious issue what you are saying.
Right.
Now that is serious because you people in the media also, lot of people in the society and even certain NGOs want punishment even before trial. See, everybody seems to have come to a conclusion that nothing is going to happen out of this case. This is what people have said in their mind. Nothing is going to happen. So at least let us punish them on these 164 statements. And if that happens, this is a dangerous thing that can happen in society. We can't fix people by 164 statements. And this is exactly what people who have been phoning you demand. Or think about.
Kasha, basically nobody has access to investigation process. Sometimes it is the media who conducts a trial. In almost most of the politically motivated or politically connected cases, I have also seen that media acts like a court,
Correct,
prosecutor and everything.
Correct.
पण हांगा अशी परिस्थिती आसा ना हांव म्हणू शकना पण if you see you cannot presume things. Judge is independent. There has been nothing that can be said about a judge की ताणी अशें लागून दवरलें अशें. He has his own ways and means of dealing with
And
it.
you are saying the arguments have also been voluminous.
It is, and of course, anticipatory bail will be after a normal bail because it will take the normal bail will take precedence because somebody's liberties, somebody's liberties are at stake.
एक आर्ग्युमेंट परत जसे फोन करपी खूप जाण असता ह्या दिसांनी इट एज अ हॉट इश्यू मोर देन असेंब्ली वॉट इज डिबेटेड is the Louis
Yes, the
Berger
assembly,
case.
assembly has lost it.
Absolutely. So that is the point of debate. जो पहिले assembly असतालो तो आखे पहिले लुईस बर्जर हा. The argument is जर बुधवार मेरेन तुम्ही ऑर्डर मुखार व्हेल्या आणि म्हाका दिसता ऑलमोस्ट फाटली बुधवाराक दिगंबर बाबान एंटिसिपेटरी बेल एप्लिकेशन केल्लें. सो फ्रॉम द टाइम ऑफ बेल एप्लिकेशन टू द फर्स्ट ऑर्डर 2 वीक गेले. आतां जेन्ना 2 वीक तो मनीस भायर आसा तुमची इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन चालू असताना तुम्ही ताका एकच फावटी आपयला इंट्रोगेट करपा खातीर जाल्यार ताजे कस्टोडियल इंट्रोगेशनाची गरज ना हो जो ग्राउंड आसा दॅट बिकम्स व्हेरी स्ट्रॉंग.
See, this answer has been given by the Supreme Court yesterday in the Dayanidhi Maran case. See, there also the Maran's bail was cancelled by the High Court. He approached the Supreme Court and the only question which the Supreme Court asked them was, why do you want him in custody?
Correct.
Why custodial interrogation in this case? Now, this was the only question on which he has been given anticipatory bail.
आणि हांगा दुसरी गजाल आसा म्हणजे इंटरिम प्रोटेक्शन पिरियड आसा दॅट कंटिन्यूज टिल वेनसडे.
Correct.
नाउ ड्युरिंग दिस पिरियड वाय हॅव यू नॉट कॉल्ड हिम फॉर इंटरोगेशन? Now, ideally, it would have been a strategy if the investigating authorities had called him and thought, then you could say that he is not cooperating. You are not calling him. You have called him once, and after that, you have not called him. That means he is not required for investigation. That is a presumption that anybody would hold. And if there was a requirement for interrogation during this interim period also, why are you not calling him? That means you don't require his investigation or
But
interrogation at all.
one more thing. See, when this whole question of bail and release is there, if you can call him for investigation daytime, why do you want him night time? You call him from 8 to 8 every day.
Correct.
You want to examine him day to day 8 to 8. Why do you want him night time? What exactly happens night time?
Why it should be 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. not 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Correct.
That
So
is
why
what you are
is-
saying.
That is correct.
Okay.
What is that?
आता म्हजेकडे आज सामके कर्मधर्म संयोगान एक आदवोगाद मडगांवचो आसा एक पणजेचो आसा एंड आय हॅव नाव मडगांव स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन आणि पणजी स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन. अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ राजीव गोम्स एज दी स्पेशल पब्लीक प्रोसिक्युटर. आता मडगांवचे तुमच्या सर्कला भितर राजीव गोम्साची एम्बिशन कितें आहा तागे इंटेन्शन्स कितें आहा सगळी गजाली सगळ्यांक खबर आहात. अशी परिस्थिती भितर जेन्ना सरकार ताका स्पेशल पीपी म्हण अपॉइंट करता, डू यू थिंक गव्हर्नमेंट इज मेकिंग इट व्हेरी ऑब्वियस दॅट देर इज मोर टू इट दॅन अ फेअर प्रोब?
See, I would not like to deal this issue at a very personal level because Rajiv also happens to be my friend. Why the government has appointed him? Possibly the government wanted to put their best foot forward. The government wants to give a new look to the prosecution. But the other issue which you are raising may be more serious. See, when you talk of a fair trial, and investigation also must be fair, the court must be fair, and the prosecution also must be fair. See, there cannot a fair trial, fair investigation can come only from a fair investigation. So prosecutors, court, everybody must be fair.
Correct.
So to that extent, I would say prosecutor and a judge must be completely impartial.
दुसरी गजाल जी पणजेची मग काल राती सांजे सामकी पणजे एक वारी चलना की देर इज बीन अ कंप्लीट प्रेशर ऑन द गव्हर्नमेंट टू ट्राय अँड अवॉइड अरेस्ट ऑफ दिगंबर कामत आणि एक सामकी पॉवरफुल लॉबीज हॅव कम इन टू प्ले आफ्टर मिडनाईट which has resulted in government is saying time out, we want to re-strategize about this case entirely. अशी किती ऐकला आणि अशी because दिगंबर कामत has contacts with everybody, he has a strong goodwill, कारण तो सदाच म्हणता की आपण केन्नाच कोणाची वाईट करपा आपण गेलो ना. I have always maintained my relationships. So these kind of pressures are also playing a strong part in this case.
Who is government to decide on re-strategizing this case? It is, you are saying there is an independent authority which is investigating the matter.
Correct.
Crime branch, supposed to be independent person.
Supposed to be.
Who is government to strategize? Digambar Kamath is a good person, is a humble person, is one aspect of it. There is no dispute about that. But whether government can re-strategize, government can direct investigation process, who are you? It is the investigating authorities. So in this case, government जर सांगता की आम्ही अशें करतले आम्ही अशें करचे ना, then you are interfering with the investigation process. Then that is wrong. आम्ही आता सगळ्यात पिशे न्ही हांगा. Whether we have to believe or not believe, there is some political motivation behind this. It is obvious and every Goan knows it.